Nasty. Custard's last stand. Warning. This is a horror story. It was about this time some strange things started happening. One after another, we all went down with awful stomach pains. It was during a heat wave. If people thought when they came into Yum Yums they was coming deep into the heart of Texas, they could believe it. It was unbearable. And these stomach aches, you never had pain like this, son, I tell you. It felt like you'd swallowed a hedgehog. You didn't dare move, breathe or talk for fear that hedgehog would go walking round your guts. We was all getting it. And you see, we couldn't take time off or nothing because Custard used to threaten us with the sack. So we were coming into work, serving Yum Yum roundups or whatever, in agony, complete agony. And all this with the heat as well. You imagine, General Custard, he used to tell us we had to look all cheery, so that when somebody said they wanted a Yum Yum rodeo or something, we were to smile at them and say things like, Monument Valley mix goes well with that, sir. And then we were to say, apple shootout to follow, sir, and cowhand coffee, and all that to try and, make them spend more money, you see. But you try and do all that with a hedgehog going through your insides and the temperature in the 90s. Just even to look at one of those Yum Yum burgers frying on the hot plate was enough to turn your innards over. And you'd look up and you'd see rows and rows of people all biting into their Yum Yums with the sauce dribbling down their chins. The mood in the place was awful. People serving up the stuff and rushing out their back for a you-know-what. It got to all of us, except Custard. He seemed fine. And you know, when you work in kitchens, in the heat, in cramped conditions, you don't wear much and you're always brushing past each other. It's like you're all working in a steam bath, a sauna or something. But when we come down with this gut rot, you couldn't bear for anyone to come anywhere near you. Your skin felt like it could only just about hold in your flesh, and the flesh was trying to get out through the pores of your skin. I remember once I was on kitchen duty and I was standing there with the pains going from front to back, top to bottom. The sweat was pouring off me, and Rosetta walked in with a pile of raw Yum Yums, and she dumped some there, right down there next to the hot plate. And I don't know what it was, but at that moment it was like I heard a voice in my ear that said, those Yum Yums, dodgy. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the first time I'd ever seen them all together in a big heap like that, because normally I was out the front doing the tables. So, as I had a second, and as people weren't shouting for me to fetch, carry, wash and wipe, I went over and looked at this great pile of raw Yum Yums. I don't know whether you know, but meat goes brown when it gets old and it gets kind of dry and shrunk. Well, these Yum Yums look like bits of mouldy cardboard. And then I took a whiff of them. It wasn't a particularly strong smell, but when you got in close and really stuck your nose in there, it smelt like the inside of a broken fridge full of food. It was repulsive. So, of course, I got to thinking about all this. Could the famous, the great, the fabulous Yum Yum burgers be giving us this awful gut ache? At first, I thought no, because thousands of people coming into the Yum Yum burger bar would all have gone down with it, wouldn't they? Then again, I thought, most of the people that come into Yum Yums were one-offs. They were people passing through. You know, they'd seen John Wayne on telly opening the place, and so they'd promised their kids a visit there when they next come to London. Maybe just one Yum Yum wasn't enough to give you the collywobbles, or the hedgehogs, as I was calling them by now. Then the awful Grace business happened. Grace was a dear old soul. She was one of those old dears who walk round the place with all they own in polythene bags, and she didn't have anywhere to live. In summer, she slept in shop doorways, stuffed newspaper up her jumper, got into a cardboard box and dozed off like that. She used to feed the birds in the park. The kids told me that she used to put bread on her lips, and the birds would come and chup, 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 and peck the bread out of her mouth. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe to this channel, well, you can click on subscribe. If you want to like something, just click on like. And you can leave a comment as well, that's always nice. And don't forget my website, Michael Rosen, all one word, michaelrosen.co.uk.